Shalom, Shalom family. This is going to be Hanson, Idaho to Silverdale, Washington. Baruk Atah Yahuah gave me this load at the very last moment when dispatch was even closed, which is going to actually bring me home. So I'm getting paid $1,000 to take a trailer where I was wanting to go, and I was going to end up going without anything. I'm going to hitch it up. I'm going to do a walk around. I'll be back with you shortly. Wow! Rumamu Yahusha! Okay guys, as you can probably see, these little Jayco SLXs are in here. Hundreds. There's 3 more rows down that way. They look like this. This is the little trailer. You can see it on the truck. Abigail's check engine light went off again. Baruk Yahuah, she's running strong. We're all hitched up there. I can see that my weight distribution bar is counter to level. I feel like there's not really any squat going on, and it kind of needed to be like that. These trailers, I'll give you the specs on it when I get back into the truck. I don't need to show you the tag necessarily. Got a spare tire right there. Gonna check all the lugs here in just a second, but everything's locked up. And so I just wanted to do a quick walk around, and I'll be right back with you guys. Baruk Yahuah. Okay, folks. So I was gonna tell you a little bit about the trailer. Not too much. You can see there are a bunch of them in here as we go out. You're going to see. So it's supposed to be 6,000 pound, 30-foot travel trailer, Jayco Flight SLX. And we're supposed to be going 679 miles. For $1,066.33. And like I said, we're going to Silverdale, Washington. Make sure man, that trailer brake is like next to nothing because it's just not even broken in. Not even a little bit, right? We're gonna go, well, I kind of wanted to go down here because I want to see if the doggies are there. So all that this all come through. I mean, look at all these. So like in this yard's pretty close to me. Like I could just come here and get these and take them all over. I guess, you know. It's not that there's not work. It's just that it's being distributed in some kind of algorithm that I think a lot of us don't really understand. So we're going to just see. Normally this is all open and you can see the hound dogs in the back there. Right now you cannot see them. They're probably like right around here and you can't even see them. Dang family, I wanted you guys to be able to. We'll say hi to the other wave driver. So I don't even have to close the gate because he's still hitching up. I mean, it's hot. It is so dang hot. It's only 77 according to the thing, but hey boy. So it's telling me that I have 2 hours approximately to get to the place that I've placed into the GPS as my rest area. I've got that gain of the trailer brake on 10 completely floored, and it's just barely slowing me down. I'm gonna have to be riding that thing for a while to get it to really engage. That's what happens though when they're brand new. They don't even do much nothing. So if you're ever hauling a trailer and you feel like it's not working, the dash is indicating that it is working, so I know it's lighting up. Plus I can feel it, but it's minimal. So it makes it seem like it's nothing. Just like Abby's saying right now, hey, it seems like there's nothing back there. I'm just joking. You can feel it. It's just, it's not a lot. And Baruk Atah for that. May I get some favorable mileage as I go through some of the most expensive fueling places, right? Oregon, Washington, of course there's California. I'll be making sure to top off before I leave Idaho. Caldwell was one of the better priced places that I've seen. I wanted to be able to capture on the video for you guys this Snake River right here. Take a look, you see. The water is like practically dried up though, to be honest. Like I've seen it, but it was like, I had to crink my neck. Get to crinking, crinky. Hello, water, anyone? Any water in there? Water in the hole. All right, I feel a little bit of a monkey off my back because I got this one hitched up and we're on our way. So Baruk Yahuah, we're not stopping at the Traveler's Oasis. We're bypassing that thing right on back. I never really cared for it too much from the jump, to be honest with you. We're looking for 84 West, which is on the other side of the light, which is looking stale, so let me man my brakes. I do want to make it though, I don't want to brake too much. But we do kind of want to crank that air. So, don't mind me for a second. It's time to blow it out. Ooh-wee. Baby know. Send my baby some love and let her know that I'm on my way. On my way. So let's see, I think this is gonna be we can go pretty quick here down this road. I think it's 70 for trucks. All right, there we go. Hallelujah. Whenever I get to the rest area, I'll start transferring that video that we wrapped up earlier today to the laptop so it can start chunking away. Most likely will not be uploaded until, probably Tuesday. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, that's the 9th of September. I guess that's probably when it's going to be. It's hard to say because I think it's really long, but I don't know exactly how long it is. And please go check out the Department of War Donald J. Trump video. It's about an hour long. It's a rant. It has much to do with the Golden Dawn, with the problem reaction solution, and with the idolatry of those who have entered into an oath, an agreement, a covenant with the witch. Remember when he used to always say witch hunt? Alright? Hidden in plain sight, guys, right in front of your face. First lady is Adam in the apple in the garden. Adam's apple. Really, bro? Really? Did you have to do that to me? Smith Co. Uncool, bro. You're dumping all kinds of stuff on my truck. It's like I could come faster. I just passed it. Probably should. He changed right over in front of me too. No problem doing that. Dropping all this crap on my truck. Careless. The dirt clods coming out of this thing. You give truckers a bad name. Sorry that I said that word. It's not me. Although in his case, it fits. It fits. Just like Michelle, Jack's son, said, you know I'm beautiful. He's telling you what he is. Like Maya Shaw said, it's micro and it's soft. And Hallelujah, Yahuah family. All right, I'll be back with you whenever Yahuah calls. Shalom. Seems like there's not a lot to look at on 84 westbound. About, what, 20 miles outside of Boise, Idaho. Not much. Well, 600 miles total today. So, you know, we did drop a trailer. We did double back a couple hours. Pick up a new trailer. And I've got out past where we did drop Caldwell. Like I said, almost to Boise. We got a destination in here. Showing about 7 miles. Tomorrow is going to be very loaded. I got to try to knock out a lot of miles tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly how many, but I know that I worked on the route and proofed it all, and so I'll break out the laptop again and just verify what I got going on there. If Monday, you know, if need be, I can make up some hours. If somehow, for some reason, I fall short on Sunday, or just tomorrow, I don't think it's going to be an issue at all, but we shall see, you know. So ready to be home. I was talking to my baby earlier. Hi, honey. I love you so much. Can't wait to be home. Saying something about how long I've been gone. I was saying 6 weeks, and she was saying it's more than that, so I don't even know. A lot. It's tough, you know. And it's hard to even say it's really worth it, just because you would think if you sacrifice that much time away from home, you'd really be being compensated. Yeah. I don't really feel like that's the case, so I mean, it's not that I'm not earning, I am. seems like it could be a lot more. Definitely seems that transitioning into the hot shots in the long term might be the way to go, and possibly even looking at a 2-car trailer if the weight can manage. So I did weigh the truck topped off, and it was 10,040. 10,040. That's interesting, 40. So let's just say 10,000, then that leaves me 16 on GVWR, if I'm understanding all this correctly. No, but GVWR, see, it's confusion. But I definitely don't want to get a trailer above that. I think if I take a 14, or even what I was going to be up to was a 14.4. And so I feel like even if I do that, it would be alright. You know what? I'm going to stop here because it's trying to send me to the one that's on the other side of the road. We're not going to the other side, we're going to this side. Oof, this looks like a really teeny tiny rest area. There's some lovely grass in the center there. Not sure how much of that I'll be even able to utilize, to be honest with you. Looks like a lot of the stuff is going to be kind of nose down. I'm not wanting to be nose down. I don't think I really have a choice. Interesting how there's a handicap spot right here. If I take that though, I feel like I'll be at Target. I don't want to be at Target. Ever. So we're going to do something like this. Shalum Yahuah. We got no cell phone connection, however, which tells me that my laptop is going to be just about worthless. It is what it is. We're going to call it a day. And we'll regroup and fight on mañana. So we'll see what all we can get into. Then tomorrow, I know we're going to be going through a lot of Oregon, and there's a lot of pretty stuff there, and there's a lot of pretty stuff in Washington, so that all may be a favorable view. And I'm going to be looking and seeing if there's anything going on in the headlines and the world stage that we could talk about. All right. So Shalom Shalum, Mashpaka. I say golden dreams, Baruk Yahuah, and we'll see you in the dawning, Abba willing. Hallelujah. Shalom. Yo. Yo. Sham Kadani Mashpaka. So I am at the Flying J in Caldwell. I spent the night at a rest area along the way. Had no signal. I mean, like, I couldn't even send my Yashar'Al a little 45-second video. But it's okay because I was there to sleep and I was able to sleep. And we were even able to have a little phone call, even though, you know, it sounded like Domo Origato Robato because the signal was trash. Anyway, just got some Joe here and Gotta try to get a bunch of miles logged in. Want to get probably a solid 90% of the traveling done today for this unit that's going to Silverdale, Washington. I have 2 hours to the next truck stop, so that's plenty of fuel to make it to there. Gonna top everything off once I get there because I don't want to have to buy any in Oregon or Washington, and I don't know if it's going to be possible, but I'm going to sure try. I was very unwell pleased with the service that I received at this place. So buyer beware. I don't know what else to say. I was it was not well at all. I came here yesterday to get a scale ticket and top off my fluids. I wanted to see how much the truck weighs when everything's topped off, and it weighed 10,040 pounds. The same lady that was there, being completely short, she's the senior staff person here. She was there again. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why she's like that, because she's there, you know, in the evening and then first thing in the dawning. Heck, maybe she was there all night. I have no idea, because it's not dawning. It's, you know, it's fourth watch. That's how we roll. Look at that. I just made a U-turn with the trailer. Big U-turn. Well, the moon is new, renewed. Got a golden tint to it. It's really pretty yapa. I'm not going to be able to get it on the video for you. Sorry. This is the last new moon or renewed moon of summer, because we're getting to that point where we're going to be looking for the new moon in the 7th month, and that's going to be the new moon day for autumn. Ruach Ha'Qadash, it's coming very soon. 7th month is almost here. In fact, this probably be my last trailer for several weeks. I'm looking to do a bunch of dashing to try and, you know, honestly, if I could try to make like $100 a day or whatever, and I'm probably gonna have, I should count them up, 14, 15 days mixed in. There's just not enough time for me to go to Indy and get a load. I might be able to grab a reload, but I kind of feel like the longest work period I'll have is from the second day. You know, see, even that's trash if you think about it. Second day of Saku to 6th day of Saku. But I'm supposed to be dwelling in the tent with my family. How am I going to go and then sleep in the truck out somewhere? I'm not doing that either. Yeah, talk to my baby about that. Hi, baby. I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you. Now I'm to the point where it's, shoot, I guess one more night. Yep, I got all day today, then tonight. The next day I'll be going and dropping the trailer off and then coming home to you. So may Abba Yahuah bring me swiftly and safely home to you in His name, the name of all names. Ahaya Achar Ahaya, Yahusha, the great I am, the Aleph and the Tahu, the Ancient of Days, without mother, without father, without beginning, without ending, our deliverer, Ha-Mashiach. Yahuah is Yahusha. Shalom, Shalom, Mashpaka. We'll be back maybe when the sun comes up and we have some things to look at. Alright? Much love. Ahaba. Favor from above. Baruk Atah Yahuah. Well, we got a little bit of sunlight, kind of cutting through a bit of a canyon area, I guess. It's maybe not so much a canyon, just between a few mountains here. We're on I-84 westbound. We just passed Huntington, I guess Oregon, not too long ago. There's a little water winding its way I don't think this is the Snake River, but the Snake River is close to here as well. Kind of been showing up a lot, Snake River. You remember when we picked this trailer up down near Hanson, Idaho? We had crossed over a little Snake River there. And I just went by this area where all these burnt out looking trees, all sick, and seen all these abandoned rail cars. Every time I kind of come through Oregon, I feel like I see that there's a lot of beauty, but man, as always, the dawn just ruined everything. You see a lot of trashed out stuff. But there's a bunch of little cattle down there in that there's just a little valley right down there. Can you see them? Probably not. Not a lot of room for them, and kind of dried out looking grass, but here's a few more even on the side of this slope right here. Hey moo-moos. Shamkadaning. There's that water that's running right along the side of the road. I don't think the camera is going to go that low, but you might be seeing a little bit of it. I see things and I'm like, oh, I remember seeing that. Oh, I remember being here. It's kind of funny how that's happening. In a lot of these places now, I've just kind of run through a couple times. I was just looking at the mileage on the truck, and it's like 41,000 miles. And what is it now? All August, July, and like half of June. So, and I've been away from home for 6 weeks. My baby and I were kind of calculating it last night. I was so tired though, my brain was barely able to function. And of course there was no connection, so I couldn't really verify on my log too well what was going on. I need to get in there and tighten up a few things. I noticed a few areas that I didn't put the state. I just put, like, for example, Santa Rosa, but not what state it is. Saw a couple of those. Not a huge thing, but yeah, it's been a long time since I've been home. Interesting, that truck just being parked there. I guess they're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna sleep right here, or maybe they work there. I have no idea. It looks like a dead end though. There's some more cattle down in there. Well, that looks like it's pretty well for them. Making our way through the canyon. Very tall mountain on my left. You know, it's so barren looking though, like it's really weird. There aren't many, or I'm just lucky. There aren't much trees on it, which is kind of shocking. I don't know. went to this little rest area before. Yeah, I did. Oh shoot, he's honking at me. What's he passing me on the right for? Or should I say, why is she? Stop. Are you serious? Now you're gonna freaking get in front of me and go slow? Oh my gosh. Check engine light came back on the truck last night. Just idled the truck for a bit. Rest area. Me, right back on. Everything to do with the quality of the diesel as well as the combination of the depth. Here's that cement plant room. And I've talked about this one a couple times in the past. There it is again. Ash Grove. What kind of ashes are you putting in the concrete? course, he's down there. Run down shack of a house in the midst of the trees. What a great little spot that must have been back in the day. Place is Durkee, D-U-R-K-E-E. Exit 327 of I-84 West. 84 West. Down or preparing to open, but it looks like a closed down gas station. There's a lot of poverty right here. All across the land, actually. More than you'd ever know if you were watching television in a city. another 45 minutes before I can get another cup. It's called the Grande Market that we're going to next. I guess that's what they call it. I don't know. Kind of funny because that just means the big. We're missing the noun there. Anyway, whatever. Just barely not getting the view of that sun. And he's up behind us a little bit, and he's all kind of dressed in clouds right now. So it's actually gorgeous. I can see it in my rear view here. It's just out of the view of your window. Maybe it'll change. We're going to start turning slightly to the north here in a little bit. And at that point, I think you'll really see something. So I think it'll be worth the wait. starting to make our bed. This may very well bring the sun into view for you once we get clear of this hill. We'll see. Oh, look. The Mercedes is from Washington. Why am I not surprised? Okay, Karen, whatever you say. Yeah, there's a couple little, I don't know, pastures down here between the road and the railroad track. Some donkeys, some horses, some beef. Oh yeah, there's that John Day thing again. Plaster that guy's name on all kinds of stuff out here in Oregon. I'm pretty sure they're paying homage to somebody who did some unclean things. That's usually how that works. Cadillac passing me on the right. He's trying to get over in front of Miss Karen without offending her again, you know. You always pass on the right anyways, don't you? Some folks just beeline that. But, so now why am I gaining on them now? And there it is. The view. So this person is seriously like, I haven't adjusted my speed at all, you guys. Like, I gotta get back over because I'm gonna bump into him. Oh, you passed me. I don't know what to do with these people, man. NPCs. All day, every day. Don't make no freaking sense whatsoever. What are you doing, sir? Do you know what you're doing? Wow. What? Okay. 35 minutes. Let's go. So this here's Baker City. Looks like you can go to Hell's Canyon by getting off at exit 302. At least that's what they call it. See all that fog down there in the valley. Not yet driven off by the sun, so little dawning dew. Looks like a duck hunt body of water right there to me. There's a bunch of cattle over here, and that's, if you could just take away all of the works of Adam, you'd have a pleasant little valley right there, which is kind of ironic because they named the place back yonder Pleasant Valley, but this feels more some kind of grub in his beak. Oh, that's right, there's an airport right here. Powder River. Rock face right there. Not much. And all this pasture land. Well, somebody got it going on. Look at all this beef out here. Shamkadani moose. Oh, little babies, look at them all. See them wagging their tails. Having their little breakfast. The little baby one. Says that we're halfway between the equator and the North Pole. That almost sounds like that would be, like a perfect little weather region. I don't know. I would prefer to be, not right on the equator. Not too hot, not too cold. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's accurate, but my truck says it's 48 right now. See, this place is called North Powder. So do they have snow here in the winter? I don't know yet. Well, we find out soon though if this economy continues to cripple its way along for a while. I kind of personally don't see how it can, but then again, I've been way ahead on this timeline. Everything is escalating. It's becoming much worse. Won't deny it. But it's just not happening as fast as I thought it was going to. It's kind of funny because, we have all these bell curves for like diabetes and obesity and child mortality and cancer. You see all these. Well, think of a curve like that shows the tribulation period. It starts out being meandering its way along, and then all of a sudden it's going up, 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 and then up, 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 and all crazy at the end. That's pretty much what I think is going on. Yahuah owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. Baruk Atah Yahuah alone is our deliverer. Adds deliverance, Yahusha. That's the real name of Hamashiach, by the way. It's not Greek. The letter J is a new creation. It's not even 600 years old. And those people are saying, Hail Zeus, anyways, which is just another name for the Shaitan, here, these guys are growing hay. I wonder how profitable that is for them. I mean, they got some equipment. Maybe they've been doing it for generations. I don't know, but to get that dawning dew on a regular, that's gotta help. Gotta help a lot. Alright guys, we'll close this little session out, and like I said, I'm going to stop here in about 15 minutes, get some more coffee, top off the fuel, and we shall see. I will be back with you when Yahuah calls, whenever is the appointed time. Baruk Yahuah. All right. We are still on 84 westbound. We just come up out of the Grand, topped off the fuel, got some Joe, and it's a very windy section of the road. I have no idea why they feel the need to come over into my lane. Like, I'm not in your lane. You know, it's crazy. I guess if you get a bunch of dickheads together, they just have to be assholes. It's really stupid. Like, he can polish the bumper of that truck, and why? Dude, the truck is going in the lane, minding its own business. It's unreal. I don't know what bike gang that is, but they got their little club jackets on, and they're just, you know, it's not cool to be like that. That's just how some folks be like, I guess. So this is Ukiah. Interesting. Ukiah. So yeah, I figured, hey, let me just turn it on. You know, we're getting some of the evergreens. We got some mountains. We got some windy roads. So we'll just kind of see what we see. I think we will see some evidence of very sick forest. I can see it really, really plainly, but I've been seeing it and kind of like, I don't know, used to what it looks like. And also this water that's over here, so I think they call it like Ronde River. It's looking very, very dried up as well. Maybe I'll come through here several months and it'll be all snow. And there's the whole thing about the snow chains. You know, like if there's areas that require you to have the chains, we're not allowed to wear the chains. So then we have to park. Unless, obviously, if you're bobtailing, you can. Chain up and go, but like if I'm four-wheel drive, like I don't know why I would necessarily have chains unless I was towing, but I don't know a lot about that, so educate me if you do. Looks like a couple scragglers. Let me see if I can kind of unfortunate that I can't drop the load today, because I can make it easily. But gotta wait till they open in the dawning, and I haven't even had a chance to call and make an appointment or nothing, because their hours versus when I picked up the trailer. It's one of these things with these dealerships and their hours. You know, a lot of people that make deliveries, they probably do have certain hours, but I say this to my Shah all the time, like, if I was bringing soda or soap or paper towels or, I don't know, whatever things they use in their service center, like oil or something, they would just receive it. And someone would sign for it, you know? But because we're bringing a trailer somehow, you have very exclusive hours. And I've seen some of these people try to put that they have only 3 or 5 hours that they receive. It's crazy. And the other thing is that they can receive the trailer, and then they can have like some kind of extended period of time to say this is wrong and that's wrong. So then why not just sign for it when it gets there, and then inspect it when you are able, because you have a GRACE period anyway. Just crap on the freaking the RV transporter, you know. What they say, man, the crap trickles downhill, right? So it's messed up, but it's not shocking or nothing. That last trailer that I delivered, it was a fifth wheel Cougar to Caldwell, which a very unprofessional operation there. Not cool at all. However, the guy tells me, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong except for this little thing on the trim right here, which I knew about that, and that, in my opinion, is because they didn't notch that out. So it's under pressure. It's really just either a design issue or just that somebody didn't fabricate excuse me, like a sudden sneeze came upon me. So like putting the screw back in isn't really the issue. The trim should be notched out because it's not flush. The surface that the trim is mounted to is not flush. So anyway, and he was like, oh yeah, just this little thing. He's like, oh, but that's not on you. I was like, yeah, okay. And then later, when I'm scanning in the paperwork, I see that he's putting that there's a rock chip on the front. Now, I've never had anything come back on me, but I have heard the horror stories. I have the rock guard on the truck. Like, so, yeah, is anything gonna happen? I pull all that nothing does. But if it does, also, like, advocate for your driver. I have the rock guard on there. And it would be cool, too, if they would tell you that and show you, instead of just coming back around to me and being like, oh yeah, no, there was nothing. And then you documented that there was a chip. But really not surprising. The attitude was like I was inconveniencing them by being there. Then they don't give me any information. Then they come back and want to tell me to move here and move there. Why didn't you just tell me where you wanted me to go in the first place? And then when I go to leave, the forklift driver comes up all of a sudden. First of all, he's slack not doing anything, smoking, whatever. And then he now he wants to come and bring a trailer and put it literally right in my way where I'm getting ready to leave. After having me sit around for so long. This operation is just... And it usually is a reflection of some type of leadership at the top, so... What are you going to do? I'll just pull all that I get paid. What I've agreed to, and that they don't come back and try to charge me, take any money out of my escrow for some alleged rock chip that they never even point out to me or show me. In fact, instead they tell me there's nothing and have me sign. You know what I mean? Up my speed a little bit here because there's a big rig coming up my lane and we're on a straight. So I guess we're through the windy part anyway. Baruk Atah Yahuah. So, you know, just inspect a little bit the trees and look for the coloration and the thinness of the pines and the overexposed trunks. And a lot of it is subtle, right? The trees have been exposed to heavy metal fallout for a prolonged period of time. There's this patented deforestation, weaponization of basically fire, documents that were leaked out or whatever. Maybe they're always been public, or I don't know, they're declassified after a certain period of time, but they're military documents, United States Air Force. It's crazy stuff. But I see it all over these trees. Thinned out right through there. The coloring, right? Some of these, look, don't even have any on them. They're just like dried up twigs looking. You know, and a lot of the folks who remember what the forests looked like when they were healthy and lush and all that before all this stuff began, they ain't talking about it. They ain't coming out here and looking at it. You know, they're much, much more along in years. Heck, I'm already 50-something years old. And I was born in 73. What about the folks that were 30 and 40 in 73? You know what I mean? They would be the witnesses. Look at all these ones. There's a bunch of them. All these ones right here, the tops of them are all brown. And we've already been seeing the fires. We got a lot of them going on right now, and I feel like it's going to escalate to a level like we can't even comprehend. 1/3 of the earth on fire, that kind of thing. It's sad and scary simultaneously. And you know, just Baruk Atah Yahuah, that he's going to just be renewing everything and giving us the ability to really I almost said it. Giving us the ability to really love it like it was intended. Arat's created for Yashar'Al. He created it for his bride. Even though the sun shines on the wicked and they're able to breathe, and you know, the very wind that they use to curse him, he provides it. He's long suffering like that. Let's make sure we lock this little section in, and I'll fire up a new one. Just 1 second.
Buick, now. Buick, exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR on these 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
Hi, my name is Andrew with Weekly Motor Company, and this is why we choose Xometry for our custom manufacturing services. We are thrilled with Xometry's service and quality. Visit Xometry.com and start your project today. Xometry,
Commercial.
where big ideas are built.
Messing me up. Umatilla Indian Reservation. Probably like 15 and change. Excuse me. Can you see how sick the trees are? I would love to hear in the comments if you can. Cactus is a lot more obvious. You can really tell. Oh, these poor trees, look at them all. They're so...
Upgrade to Mateo Smith Energy Store Service.
They've all been poisoned. Just like the people. Walk around really sick people all the time and you don't even realize it. It's normal to you. Just take some pills. The most brainwashed people are the experts. They tell you to listen to them. But they give you more poison. People perish for lack of wisdom, lack of knowledge. Trusting authority.
drivers, if you need a DOT physical at the TA truck stop, or you need one here in...
Sorry for the ads. Even though they are the ones who should be sorry. Like an area that would have a lot of dust devils, huh? Or land spouts. Less than I thought. That's all right. That's what I just doing what I need to do to get home. relax in this town. There must be thousands of these across the country. I don't think they're in use for anything. I don't even know why they're still up. It's also a weird compound that
More rewards, more savings, more special offers. That's what new Fuel Rewards members get at Shalum.
glowing dust area next 40 miles. Look at all that open space out there, y'all. It's amazing. There's enough room for everybody to stretch out, have a little bit of space. Nope. Sardines in a can. Buffet for devils. So be it. Tecum Road, Stage Gulch. Guys, we'll leave this one here. See you on the next Shalom. Alright guys, I figured I would turn this on before we go over the river. It's really just ugly, man. There's like these power lines everywhere. This is like part of Umatilla, they call it. Look at that, dude. It's freaking crazy. Now, so this is the Columbia River, right? Plymouth, Vancouver. Then we go up and over. Bing. There's the dam right there, dead water, choking the life force out of Arat, killing her. So now I'm in Washington. $130 miles to 90. Only have 153 miles to go for the day. Oh, weigh station 1 mile. Do I need to weigh in Washington? I don't recall how they let's see what the sign says. State law, all vehicles keep right except to pass. Okay, that's not the sign I need. It's closed anyway. Trucks over 16,000, which I'm technically not, so I wouldn't have, but it's closed anyway. I don't know, man. Look at it. Look at how crazy everything looks. It's just freaking trashed. It's wild, bro. Please do not make me slow down on a hill. Crazy, dude. I'm not. No, it's not like I'm speeding. What are you even doing? Do you know? Do you know what you're doing? Obviously not. Yeah, so that Columbia River Bridge, that's just trash. All that whole area. And that's it for that part. So maybe we'll have something. I know that there's a lot of gorgeous things around 90 and all, but we might have something before then. And 2 hours, I'm probably gonna just go ahead and cook because I am hungry. I feel like I need to cook up all the burger that I have. I just had it for a while and I don't want it to be like, I don't want anything to spoil, you know. So I'll cook it all up and then I'll put a bunch of it into the I had a large glass Pyrex type container underneath my seat this whole time that had the chicken salad that I launched from home with, and I could have been utilizing it this whole time. I even forgot that it was there. Woohoo! It's just kind of funny. So yeah, when I depart next time, I'll try to use it and get my baby to make me some more chicken salad, and then I'll use it, like I'll cook and put leftover in there so I can just easily heat it up, and that'll help too. And Baruk Atah Yahuah, can't wait to be home. I'm getting closer and closer and closer. Hallelujah, Yahuah. Ooh-wee-ha! Well, the place I was gonna spend the night, not so bueno. So my shot checked and I could just double back about 30 minutes to a pilot in Ellensburg, and they do have a shower. So it's because like it's only noon Washington time, and I'm like looking to be done driving already, 415 miles, like done. So I think I'm just gonna double back there because then I can grab a shower. It's way too windy to cook at the rest area I was just at. So, and I feel like I kind of need to cook. If I end up having to get something, that's fine. But yeah, let me double back and go to the pilot. This is Red Arrow Drive-In. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to give that little bit of an update what I'm gonna do. Double back to Ellensburg, and then like I won't have that much to do even in the dawning main thing that sucks is I have to wait for them to, like, I can't even find out, what am I trying to say? They want you to schedule an appointment, right? But I can't talk to anybody on a Saturday or on a Sunday, so I have to wait until Monday at 9 to even coordinate that. So, okay, it's telling me to get off here, but you know, I'm just trying to turn around. That's all I'm trying to do, is turn around. But I gotta go and do all this. Look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is, y'all. Even though it's like, even the lily pads look dead or dying, sheesh. But you know, at least it's pretty. Alright, so I can't just turn around. So I have to go down here. I don't even know what it wants me to do to turn around. It's telling me to go. This is crazy. All I need to do is turn around. And I can't. Like, it's so frustrating right now. Okay. We're gonna go this way. Wait. So this is Clayellum. Hey, there goes a bird with something in his beak. I don't know what he's got in his mouth. So it's telling me to go this way. I've got plenty of room for my tires. Yep. I should have just turned right there. I don't know why I'm listening to this map right now, but I have to. Frustrated. It's also pretty late in the day and I've had nothing to eat, but I've had 2 ginormous coffees. Actually, I mean, it really comes down to a pot. Each cup is like a half a pot. I'll buy Sloan's. So it's like, I drank a whole pot of coffee and I ain't had nothing to eat. And then it's like, wait, I wonder why you're... Plus, whenever there's like last minute changes in plans, I get a little bit, I don't do well with that. I try to, but I still struggle, I have to be honest. Okay, keep going straight for 90 East Ellensburg, that's what I want. And I, you know, whatever. I might not cook, right? I might just get wings, take a shower, you know, but it'll be fine. It's gonna be better. I was not at Shalum where I was. It was really, really windy, crowded. No thanks. May it be better here. Hallelujah. Those mountains that are over there, that were in your view, sure were gorgeous. I don't know if you saw them or not. Whee! Look at how pretty that is. Yeah. This is only 19 miles. It's not that much of, I thought it was like an hour backtrack. But my Shaw, see, she went back and she checked and she's like, honey, it's only like 25 minutes. So I was like, oh, okay, thank you. So, all is well. I'm on my way back. Hopefully. So I wanted to show you a really pretty truck. I don't really like the truck being like this low to the ground personally, but I think that it's probably on some kind of air thing and they could lift it up if they need to, but it really is a pretty Peterbilt. You can't see the ground anyways. That's a really interesting choice of color. It's coming out a little bit more like a ghostly green on the camera, but in person it almost looks more like a nail polish color. Just saying. Oh dang. Or you could just go old school like this one right here. That's boss. What a beauty, eh? Then you got all these new Fandango plastic freaking things. I can't. Ugh. Nah. That one's got a great camper on it. Western Star. Great big camper. Camper, cab, whatever. You know, bed. Alright guys. Look at these, look at all these old timers. They're backed in over there. See them all? Alright, I'm making my way to Silverdale. It's early. It's only 6:15. And I can't even call till 9. And I, got less time than that to go to get there. But I'm gonna take my time, stop along the way here, use the restroom, get some more coffee, all the fun things that you do. So we're still under the light of the moon a little bit. She's still very well lit up. 90 west. Freaking map is acting retarded. Anyways, talk to you soon, family. Baruk Atah Yahuah. Shalom. Wow, guys, I don't even know what to say. I just looked over and the camera wasn't recording. We just come all the way through Snoqualmie Pass and it's all gone. It's all lost. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't understand how that works. But it does. There's plenty of room on the phone. It's not that. It was recording. I have no idea how they can do that. It's the dangest thing. I didn't even say nothing. I mean, maybe I did, but I was talking about Saku and the feasts and the playlists on the channel, because there's a sister out there asking my Yashar'Al questions, and I was like, well, I appreciate that she's coming to you. That's Qadash. But all this information is already on the channel. I got calendar playlist, I got a feast playlist. Heck if I know, man. I don't understand how they do that. Look at this guy, man. Multi-haul, 2 campers. It's gotta pay pretty well. I think I'd rather be hotshot with 2 trucks. Personally, though, I don't know. There's still a lot to learn. Whee! Ha ha ha. Excuse me. Well, there's North Bend. I was talking a little bit about that too, because when we first landed here, it was a place that I was really interested in us being able to park and stay. Of course, it never worked out that way. But Abba knows exactly what he's doing. And I have shalom with that. Get on over here. I'm going 65. So shouldn't have no big rig trying to pass me. I don't want to be in their way, but Snoqualmie Indian Reservation, Snoqualmie Falls. I've been to Snoqualmie Falls. It looks more like a tourist trap. It doesn't look like it's managed by tribesmen, but whatever. I bet you that's that little gas station where I probably did my very first when I very first started heading out to Indy. I was recording right there, and I said, did you see that sign? Did you see that? $5.29 for diesel. Probably more right now. Probably is. Alright, so I got 4 miles until I'm supposed to jump off on 18 West. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about getting some more coffee. But I'm ready for some. Talking about my baby and my bond. I'm gonna see him in a few hours. I can't wait. May Yahuah deliver me swiftly and safely. May I be able to drop off this trailer when they open, and that they don't make me wait around or anything like that. You know? I don't know. We'll see if I'm gonna put anything else up on this video or not. I have no idea, family. So sorry about the sections we were coming down through Snoqualmie Pass, and all the clouds are just blanketing the mountains, and it's something to behold. It's quite the view. But to be honest with you, most of it I can only observe through the windscreen and out my own window. So whatever was lost, and Yahuwah's will be done. So be it. This is going to be our exit coming up here in 1.5 miles. This little Mazda is literally like, so frustrating, y'all. Okay, this is my lane, this is my exit. 1 mile. Aha. So I'll mention again, we have feasts coming up. If you're not sure what to do, please go to the YouTube channel Qadashayam of Yasharal and look for the playlist feasts or the playlist calendar. See this information. Okay, I even have videos for like Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, what an amazing, power-filled feast day that Yahuah used to really help me understand the lies of the enemy. I mean, really, really, really power-filled. The day begins when the sun rises, and the day ends when the sun departs. That's it. The day is 12 hours. I'm gonna go around this big tanker right here. Roll on, family. Roll on, crew. Roll on, daddy, till you get back home. Roll on. Roll on along. Roll on, mama, like I asked you to do. So we jump right out, and it looks like it's a construction zone, single lane. So that was very well to get ahead of that big tanker there. There are some sections, right, where there's climbing, but I can't remember if that's only going in the other direction. But all these folks that are heading the other direction they're stuck. They're not even moving. And I've been there. I know how much that sucks. Well, it's a strange feeling to see people put signs up about the Golden Dawn and write all lies and be like, yeah, that's true, but what you believe is also false. You know? I mean, to be completely, you don't fit in any of their camps. Any of them. It's really wild. Especially when you go, oh yeah, no, I remember coming out of this lie and that lie and this lie and that lie, and you think that you're in the truth, you know? And it's like, oh no, you're still on a path. You're still on a journey. Oh, there was still a lot of other things you're still coming out of. I got things I'm still coming out of. I don't even know what they are yet. Abba's calling me out of all kinds of things that are false, that are lies, and I still don't even know what all of them are. If I did, I would already be completely out, perfected. I'm not perfected, are you? You think you're perfected? There's a whole cult of people following some guy who claims to have hataless perfection. Wow. That's specifically called out in Scripture. Unreal. People love that stuff, man. They love hearing that. Oh, they want to just tickle my ears. Tell me all the, tell me that I'm in the light, because it's already bright where I'm at. I don't want anything brighter. I can't handle more light. Yeah, because you still love the darkness. And that's that. See, these guys are working hard out here. Look at all these crews. There's all kinds of equipment moving and running. It's 7:30 local time here. That's what I would think it would be like. If you're going to have parts of the roads shut down, then I think that you would be working and stuff would be operating around the clock. right? Because if not, like, why do you have so much stuff shut down at the same time? And you know what I mean? All different roads, all different sections, all different rest areas, all over the place. You need to go through stuff systematically and knock it out, and then get it back up and open. Don't you think? That's how you would manage your own house. So why wouldn't we also expect them to manage the roadways the same way? Right? Or the railways, or the whatever. Whatever. I can't tell you how much times I go by and I see all kinds of equipment just sitting there, not a soul around. It's just crazy. Every vehicle next to me over here on the other side of this concrete barrier is parked. All of them. Wasting fuel, wasting money, wasting time. This all has an impact on the economy. I'm pretty sure you could have let me go by before you come on over here. But I understand. Felt like you had to strike while the iron was hot. See, there's a big rig climbing in the lane next to us. With his flashers on. I just looked over at the camera and seen there's some big old honking streak across the windscreen, so you probably can't see nothing. It's probably all blurry. Sorry about that, guys. That is one thing that I noticed. Like, if I can't keep that window clean, then I can't give you quality clarity on the imagery, and I am sorry. Might have to go ahead and just shut this one down until I can get that cleaned off. We'll see. If I can find a place to get some more coffee, that'd be great. Tiger Summit. That's where I'm at. Oh, dang it. We're not doing that to you, mister. Come on. Yeah. We're still in the same ballpark we was in, aren't we? Alright, guys. Whew. Look at all these dudes pulled over to the side with their flashers on. I'm not sure what's going on there. Much love, Mishpaka. Shalom, shalom. Well, I tried to find a place to pull over. And it was crowded, crazy, demon-possessed people, graffiti everywhere. I don't like anything about this area, but this part's pretty. So I guess, what do they call it? They call like this the Narrows or some such thing? I don't know. We've gone over here a few times now. I think this might be my 4th time to this dealer. Still too early for anyone to answer the phone. It's 8:22. I am going to need to look for a place to relieve myself and get some more coffee. I will make my own coffee if I can find a place to pull over that's safe, you know. Probably a better chance over here, maybe a little bit more slowed down than that crazy, cramped, crowded I-5, whatever, man, whatever you want to call that. Close to a big casino and a Tacoma Dome, I think it was. Yeah. It's insane over there. That's alright. There's other places. Everything processed with the previous unit's payment. The folks come in Monday. Got her all dealt with, so Baruk Atah for that. Way station, Okay, way station next right. Open when flashing. Nothing's flashing. Yeah. Clear as mud, as usual. Oh, and there is some flashing there. I'm gonna come in here, man, because I don't know what to do. Now I have some dyke yelling at me, telling me I need to pay attention or some such thing. WSP authorized parking only. Speed limit 10 miles per hour. Right lane ends. None of this makes any sense. This doesn't look open at all. I am confusion. This looks all boarded up and closed. You know, what a shame. And I mean, I need to go to the bathroom and get some coffee. I don't have time for your bull crap. Get your freaking act together. Y'all are a joke. What a shame. Seriously, dude. These governments are freaking useless. When I grew up, they used to call it tits on a bull. That's what it is. Absolute joke. Let me see what any of these places are. If I think there'll be enough room for me. There's a Safeway. I'm gonna try to go there. Even if the gas station is cramped, the Safeway should have enough room for me to basically park. Can't tell what direction it is. Left. We'll try it, guys. Fox Island, they call it. Oh, excuse me. Roll on highway, roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do. Toll. They said they're gonna charge me a toll to go back over that bridge when I leave, and I don't have any choice but to pay that. I'm gonna have to eat that thing. I can't tell where your Safeway is. I see no instruction, no direction, no help for me. What a freaking joke, dude. Why do they have to make things like this? Why? I'm gonna get stuck down here in some little neighborhood or something. Where's the Safeway, dude? Must have been down there. There's a Fred Meyer. I don't like anything about this. Hey, there's a little taco truck, but it ain't open. See how I'm getting myself stuck in some Mickey Mouse little frickin' pretend land? This place drives me nuts. When we first come out here, I had a big old dually truck and there wasn't hardly anywhere I could go. Look how cramped everything is. This is how they are. I'm gonna try to go up around this Fred Meyer right here. What a joke, dude. You know, the sad part is that people that are born and raised in certain environments don't even realize that it doesn't have to be this way. You know, when you've been around for a while and you've been a lot of different places, then you have seen how things could be better, how things could be different. This little rat trap, mouse, maze, bullcrap is gross, man. And look at this. This is a really beauty-filled place. I'm on an island or something, a peninsula. I don't know, whatever. Fox Island is over here. Gig Harbor, Martindale, whatever that is. I don't know. But I just turned off into some ritzy cramped little freaking shopping plazas and corporate food poison for everybody to get. I mean, people are looking at me really weird, like, what am I doing with a trailer in a Fred Meyer parking lot? Ooh, that's retarded. That's retarded. And all people go camping around the Sound and the Olympic Peninsula and all this whole area, all around this whole place. It's like that lady was on her rant saying how y'all live in a bunch of boxes crammed in tight like that down in there. And then you go and get into your camper and you go and you cramp yourself even more and pay to camp in a site. That's not camping. And now you got the roads clogged up and blocked for miles in every direction, wasting fuel like you're made of money, right? I'm like, dang, this lady is knocking it out of the park. Facts, facts, facts. For real. We build our own selves into a corner with your Starbucks and your McDonald's and your Subway and whatever. Firehouse Subs. Dude, there's not even anywhere to park. I wouldn't even be able to park my truck without the trailer. It's all so Mickey Mouse. Whatever made Washington want to be California so much anyways? Why? Why do you want to be like that? Man, you can have it. It's time to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? All this headache and hassle just to deliver a trailer. Now, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get a hold of the lady there that I'm supposed to talk to. What kind of mood is she going to be in? And what kind of authority is she going to exercise over me? And is she going to sit there and make me jump through hoops in order to just deliver the trailer? Isn't that something? I said earlier, and it probably is in the video that got lost. A guy came over, a driver from Indiana Transport, come over and talked to me, and he's like, going to Kent, Washington? I was like, no, I'm going to Silverdale. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to Kent, and I called them, and they said that they only take 3 trailers a day, and they're all booked up, and the soonest I could deliver was 3 p.m. Tuesday. Now, keep in mind, this was Monday at like 5 a.m. He's going to sit there all day and wait. because when he called yesterday to see if he could deliver it, they said that he was going to have to wait until Tuesday. Insane. And you can't see it, but trust me, look over here. 2 lanes of traffic in the other direction. Parking lot. Is that normal for this? Is it normal for 16 eastbound? State Road 16 eastbound? Maybe. Is that going to be me soon? Maybe. Crazy, dude. It's crazy. And like I said, you know, I drive all around this country and I see wide open spaces everywhere. Enough room for everybody to stretch their legs, spread out. No problem. And then I gotta look at this. And it's everywhere too. I mean, every like city, wherever there's cities. How are there that much people over there? Where did all these people come from? Ask my Yahusha, she'll tell you, California. It's crazy, bro. All right, I'm gonna try to call the Camping World, see if I can speak with the lady there, and see if I can figure out what I gotta do to drop this trailer off. All right, Shalom, family. It's loco. Wow, guys. Favor from the Father, for real. That lady told me we usually don't take deliveries on Mondays. That ain't anywhere on the paperwork. This stuff is getting a little out of control, but Baruk Yahuah, she said she could receive me anytime. I said, well, I'm gonna be there in about 20-25 minutes. She said, okay, see you then. Whoo, that's favor from the Father. She was starting out saying we don't usually take delivery on Mondays. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I had to try to find a way to park myself somewhere in Silverdale, which probably doesn't even allow overnight parking? You know, these people like treat you like you're a freaking homeless person or something when you're actually out here working. It's crazy. It is crazy, but man, Tada Abba, Baruk Yahuah, Hallelujah, Yahuah, man, because they're going to take the trailer right now. And I just want to drop this trailer off and go home. Just want to go home. Apart from a couple nights where my Yahusha was like, yeah, I want to get you a room. I think you should be, you know, you need it. You need it. And boy, did I ever. About 6 weeks I've been sleeping in the back of this truck. Maybe that's why they treat us like we're homeless people. What the heck, man? And if it wasn't so expensive, I'd probably get a room more often. But that's out of control how much that was. 2 nights in California was like $250 with a discount. Can't like it, man. Can't like it whatsoever. But thank you, Father, that I got this load, because it brought me from Idaho to Washington, which I was going to do anyway. At least I was able to earn some money along the way to help pay for all this fuel, which is way overpriced right now. Way overpriced. Look at all of these people on this road in a parking lot. Where do all these people work? How do they afford all that? Where are they getting all their money? Huh? I don't know it. I don't know it. But Baruk Yahuah, I'm about 15-20 minutes away from dropping this unit off, and now I'm gonna be making my way back home. I never got to get that coffee. I never got to use the facility, right? Let me tell you, the little urinal thing, that's like a must-have for any drivers out here. For real. You gotta have it. Thank you, Father. I feel that favor. That is favor that I definitely feel. Wow. Well, we don't normally take deliveries on Monday. Really? Well, maybe you need to let the folks know. It says Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, but make sure you call because they have a limited amount of lot space. Even that seems like, well, okay, but you're ordering units. If you're ordering units and you don't have room for them, that kind of seems like a management thing. Shalom, shalom, mashpaka. I think I'll just catch you on the next one. Baruk Yahuah.